Have you ever looked at a tree and thought about how it mirrors life itself? From its roots buried deep in the earth to its branches reaching toward the sky, the tree holds secrets that people like Alvin Boyd Kuhn believe hold the key to understanding the universe. Stick with me, because today we're diving into one of the most profound ideas ever explored, the tree of life. Now, I want you to picture this: a tree standing alone in the middle of a vast, empty desert. It's ancient, its roots digging deep into the unseen, its branches stretching toward the infinite. This is the tree of life, a symbol that has appeared in nearly every culture and spiritual tradition throughout human history. But what does it actually mean? Why does it show up everywhere? And more importantly, what can it teach you about your own life? Alvin Boyd Kuhn, a scholar and mystic, believed that the tree of life isn't just a symbol. It's a roadmap, a guide to understanding the deepest truths about who we are, where we come from, and where we're going. Kuhn argued that this isn't just some mythological story, it's a blueprint for how the human soul evolves and connects to the divine. Let's start at the roots. In every tree, the roots anchor it to the earth. They're unseen, hidden, but they provide the foundation for everything above ground. Kuhn believed that the roots of the tree of life represent the hidden, unconscious parts of ourselves. They're the aspects of our being that we might not even be aware of: our instincts, our fears, our deepest desires. These roots stretch into the soil of the physical world, connecting us to the material plane. Here's a question for you: how often do you really stop to think about what's driving you? Are your actions guided by conscious decisions, or are they rooted in something deeper, something hidden? Kuhn challenges us to dig into our own roots and ask ourselves, what is feeding my growth?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
What am I unconsciously connected to? Now let's move up the tree to the trunk. The trunk represents the journey, the bridge between the hidden and the visible, between the physical and the spiritual. It's the part of the tree that grows steadily, year after year, pushing upward toward the light. For us, the trunk is the part of life where we struggle, where we grow, where we face challenges and learn from them. Kuhn saw the trunk as the symbol of the human experience: the hard work, the persistence, the resilience it takes to rise above our circumstances. Think about your own life for a moment. What's the trunk of your journey? What challenges have shaped you, strengthened you, and pushed you to grow? Kuhn believed that the trunk teaches us an essential lesson: growth is never easy. It requires effort, patience, and the ability to endure storms. But every ring in the trunk of a tree tells a story, just like every experience in your life adds to who you are. And then there are the branches, the part of the tree that reaches upward, outward, toward the infinite. The branches represent aspiration, creativity, and spiritual awakening. They're the part of us that seeks meaning, that dreams of something greater, that wants to connect with the divine. But here's the thing: a tree's branches can only grow as high as its roots are deep. Think about that for a second. Are you trying to reach the sky without first grounding yourself? Kuhn believed that spiritual growth isn't about escaping the physical world, it's about integrating it. It's about connecting the roots, the material, with the branches, the spiritual, through the trunk, your life's journey. If your roots aren't strong, your branches will wither. If your branches don't stretch upward, your growth will stagnate. So, right now, I want you to ask yourself, where am I in this tree? Am I stuck in the roots, too focused on the material? Am I struggling in the trunk, unsure of my direction? Or am I reaching for something higher, but without a solid foundation? Kuhn's Tree of Life invites us to see our lives as a process of balance and integration. It's not enough to focus on one part of the tree, you need the whole system working together. And here's the kicker, this isn't just about you as an individual. The Tree of Life also represents the interconnectedness of all things. Just like a tree is part of a larger ecosystem, you're part of something much bigger, a web of relationships, energies, and shared experiences. But we've only just scratched the surface. In the next part, we're going to explore how the Tree of Life connects to ancient wisdom, spiritual traditions, and the mysteries of the universe. We'll uncover how cultures across time and space have used this symbol to explain some of life's greatest questions. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Welcome back. Now that we've explored the basic structure of the Tree of Life, let's take it to the next level. What if I told you that this tree isn't just a symbol for you as an individual? What if it's a universal map, a blueprint that connects the physical world, the cosmos, and the soul? Alvin Boyd Kuhn believed exactly that, and when you see how it all fits together, it just might blow your mind. Let's start with ancient wisdom. The Tree of Life appears in countless traditions: the Kabbalistic Tree of Life in Jewish mysticism, the Norse Yggdrasil, the body tree in Buddhism, the world tree in Mayan mythology, and even the Tree of Knowledge in the Bible. Why do you think that is? Why would cultures that never interacted all arrive at the same symbol? Kuhn argued that this isn't a coincidence. The Tree of Life is a universal archetype, a symbol that represents something deeply embedded in the human psyche. Here's where things get fascinating. In many traditions, the Tree of Life isn't just a flat, two-dimensional symbol. It's a multidimensional map. Take the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, for example. It's divided into 10 spheres, or sephirot, connected by 22 pathways. Each sphere represents a different aspect of existence, from the material to the divine. Together they form a ladder, a path for the soul to ascend from the physical world to the spiritual realm. But here's the kicker, the Tree of Life isn't just about ascending. It's also about descending. Kuhn believed that life is a cycle, a constant flow between the material and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen. The purpose of life, according to Kuhn, is to bring the divine into the material world and to elevate the material into the divine. It's not about escaping the physical, it's about transforming it. So here's a question for you: what are you doing to bridge the gap between your spiritual aspirations and your everyday life? Are you living in a way that integrates both, or are you stuck in one realm, ignoring the other? The Tree of Life also mirrors the structure of the universe itself. Think about it, the roots represent the unseen forces that hold everything together, the laws of physics, the energies of creation. The trunk represents the physical world, the realm of form and matter. And the branches, they're the higher dimensions, the realms of thought, emotion, and spirit. Kuhn believed that by studying the Tree of Life, we can understand the structure of reality itself. But what does this mean for you? How can you use this knowledge in your own life? That's what we'll uncover in the final part. Stay tuned, because we're about to reveal how you can apply the wisdom of the Tree of Life to transform your life and unlock your full potential. Welcome to the final part of our journey. Now that we've explored the symbolism and cosmic significance of the Tree of Life, it's time to get practical. How can you live the Tree of Life? How can you use its wisdom to find balance, achieve growth, and awaken your higher self? First, let's talk about balance. Remember how the tree connects the roots, the trunk, and the branches. Kuhn believed that true fulfillment comes from balancing all three aspects of life: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Most of us are out of balance. Maybe you're too focused on the material world, chasing money, success, or comfort. Or maybe you're lost in the spiritual, ignoring your earthly responsibilities. The Tree of Life teaches us that you can't neglect any part of yourself. Here's a simple exercise. Take a moment to reflect on your life right now. Where are you putting most of your energy? If you're feeling stuck, it's probably because one part of your tree is being neglected. Start small. If you're too focused on the material, dedicate 10 minutes a day to meditation or journaling. If you're lost in the spiritual, set practical goals and take action toward them. The key is integration. Next, let's talk about growth. Just like a tree grows toward the light, you're meant to evolve, to push beyond your limits, to become something greater. But growth requires effort. Kuhn believed that challenges are essential. They're the storms that strengthen your roots and test your branches. So here's a question: what challenge are you avoiding right now? What's one step you can take today to face it head on? Finally, awakening. The branches of the Tree of Life remind us to reach for something higher, to seek meaning, purpose, and connection to the divine. Awakening doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey of small steps. Start by asking yourself, what truly matters to me? What makes me feel alive, connected, and inspired? Follow those feelings. They're your compass. The Tree of Life isn't just a symbol. It's a living philosophy, a guide to becoming the best version of yourself. So the next time you see a tree, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, am I rooted? Am I growing? Am I reaching for the infinite? Because the answers to those questions can change everything. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now it's your turn to live the Tree of Life. Go out there and grow. And as you step forward, remember this: the Tree of Life is not just a concept to be understood, it's a practice to be lived. Every day, every decision, every interaction is a chance to align with its wisdom. Kuhn believed that the greatest mistake we make is separating the spiritual from the physical, thinking that one is more important than the other. But the truth is, the divine is found in the mundane, and the mundane is elevated through the divine. Let's go deeper into how you can integrate this philosophy into your life. Strengthen your roots. We've talked about the roots as the foundation of the tree, representing your connection to the material world, your unconscious mind, and the hidden forces that shape your life. But how do you strengthen your roots? Start by grounding yourself. This could mean spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or simply reconnecting with your body. Ask yourself, am I present in my life, or am I constantly distracted? Grounding isn't just about being physically present, it's about being emotionally and mentally rooted in your reality. Another essential part of strengthening your roots is self-awareness. Dive into your unconscious mind. What are the beliefs, fears, and desires driving your actions? Journaling is a powerful tool for this. Write down your thoughts without judgment. Over time, you'll start to see patterns, things you weren't even aware of. These are your roots. Understand them, nurture them, and you'll create a strong foundation for growth. Build your trunk. The trunk is the journey, the bridge between the roots and the branches. It represents your actions, your persistence, and your ability to grow through challenges. To build your trunk, you need to embrace the process of growth. And here's the thing: growth is messy. It's uncomfortable, but it's also where the magic happens. Think about a time in your life when you faced something difficult and came out stronger. That's the trunk in action. Kuhn believed that every challenge is an opportunity to align more closely with your higher self. So the next time you face a storm, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow? One practical way to build your trunk is by setting intentional goals. These aren't just about achieving something external, they're about becoming someone greater. For example, instead of setting a goal to get a promotion, set a goal to develop leadership skills. Or practice patience and resilience. The outcome matters less than the growth you experience along the way. Stretch your branches. The branches of the tree remind us to aspire, to dream, to seek meaning and connection. But here's a question for you: are your branches growing in the right direction? Sometimes we chase goals or dreams that aren't truly aligned with who we are. That's like a tree growing sideways instead of upward. It's unsustainable. To stretch your branches, start by reconnecting with your inner aspirations. What lights you up? What makes you feel alive? These are your higher callings. Pursue them not because you want external validation, but because they're an expression of who you are. Another practical step is to cultivate a spiritual practice. This doesn't have to be religious. It could be meditation, prayer, reading sacred texts, or simply spending time in silence. The goal is to create space for reflection and connection with something greater than yourself. As Kuhn believed, the branches of the tree of life remind us that we're not just physical beings, we're spiritual beings on a material journey. Embrace the whole tree. Here's the ultimate lesson of the tree of life: every part of the tree is equally important. You can't have strong branches without deep roots. You can't grow upward without building a sturdy trunk. And you can't thrive as an individual without recognizing your connection to the larger ecosystem of life. So as you move forward, ask yourself, how can I integrate the lessons of the roots, the trunk, and the branches into my daily life? Maybe it's through a morning practice that grounds you, a mindset shift that helps you embrace challenges, or a spiritual ritual that connects you to your purpose. Whatever it is, make it a habit. Over time, you'll notice a profound shift, not just in how you see the world, but in how you experience it. Share your growth. One of the most beautiful aspects of a tree is that it doesn't grow for itself. It provides shade, oxygen, and a home for countless other beings. Kuhn believed that the ultimate purpose of life is service, to use your growth to benefit others. So, as you live the tree of life, don't keep your wisdom to yourself. Share it, teach it. Be an example of balance, growth, and awakening for those around you. This doesn't mean you have to preach or try to fix others. Sometimes the most powerful way to inspire change is simply by being. When you live in alignment with the tree of life, people will notice. They'll see your groundedness, your resilience, your aspiration, and they'll want to know how you do it. That's your opportunity to share, not by telling them what to do, but by showing them what's possible. A legacy of the tree. As we come to the end of this journey, I want to leave you with one final thought: the tree of life isn't just a symbol or a philosophy. It's a living, breathing legacy. Every tree you see is a reminder of your own potential, your ability to root yourself in the present, grow through challenges, and aspire to something greater. Alvin Boyd Kuhn believed that the tree of life is a universal truth, a pattern that exists in nature, in the cosmos, and within you. By aligning with this truth, you're not just living a better life, you're participating in the unfolding of the universe itself. So the next time you see a tree, take a moment to reflect. Think about your own roots, trunk, and branches. Ask yourself, am I living in balance? Am I growing toward the light? Am I contributing to the ecosystem of life? These questions aren't just philosophical, they're practical. The answers will guide you, shape you, and help you become the person you're meant to be. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now it's up to you to take what you've learned and apply it. The tree of life is waiting. Will you live it?